Nintendo's plan to ban Palworld has begun. Oh boy, we got a new Palworld update. Let's check it out. This one is going to be by Bellular News. He does some really good stuff. Let's see what he's got to say, because frankly, I haven't heard anything new about the Palworld situation. We've been covering
Sometimes my job's really weird. This is an example of that.
baby.
I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but there is in fact a slim chance that Grand Theft Auto 5...
What are we doing, bro? How the fuck does GTA 5 get dragged into this?
might save Palworld. But here's the...
The only thing I could think of is like they have some kind of mechanic that is Nintendo's patenting that somehow they're trying to claim that Palworld is infringing on, and that patent actually, the mechanic or whatever it is, the patent they're attacking Palworld with, was already done pre, whenever Pokemon. I'm guessing that they're gonna pull from either Arceus. Was Arceus their first open world? I think it was. So they're pulling for Arceus. So GTA 5 does. Okay. So it's got to be the same mechanic, or whatever mechanic the patent is. It's got to be in GTA 5
story, right?
I don't know how that would be.
September 18th, 2024 hit, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company dropped a legal bomb on the Palworld developer Pocket Pair, basically patent infringement on game mechanics.
Yeah, we know about
that happened, but Pocket Pair then went...
If you want to be caught up on the situation, because it's very intriguing, very interesting, the Palworld versus Nintendo situation. I have love for both companies in different ways. But what Nintendo's doing to Palworld right now is fucked up. It's completely fucked up, and it's completely out of fear, in my opinion. But I have several videos. Go check them out. They're great videos, man.
And did something gutsy. Before any of it hit court, they decided, right, this is clearly David versus Goliath. We need to go public with a statement. Here is the statement that they put out. It is truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to the game development.
This was right before they did their new launch, because they went to PS5, and then also Sony and Palworld have this new collaboration. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but pretty much how like Pokemon came out with the TV show, the trading card game, and the game at the same time, and it was like a fucking trifecta of fucking money pulls, right? Because if you play the game, oh shit, they got a TV show, you go and watch the show, and then oh shit, there's a trading card game because I went to my friend's house and he had all these fucking cards and they were so cool, I gotta buy some of those cards. Well, it doesn't even matter where you start in the fucking trifecta. If you get lured in at one corner, you're gonna end up in every single corner. Most likely. So that's what they were trying to do with
due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans and to ensure that indie game developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. And when it all went down, the timing was fascinating. Pocket Pair were actually prepping Palworld's PS5 launch, and Tokyo Game Show was right around the corner. It seemed the perfect time to drop things. The perfect moment, of course, then, for Nintendo to
drop a fucking nuke,
throw in a lawsuit, and create chaos everywhere. But it was not enough to stop a crazy successful month for the company, because rather than the expected PS5 reveal at Tokyo Game Show, they shadow dropped it during the PlayStation State of Play presentation. Japan got the game a few days earlier in October, and according to PlayStation's Japan blog, it actually jumped to the top of the downloads.
Oh my god? Bro, what the fuck? They were above Dragon Ball, Metaphor. Bro, that is crazy. Metaphor in Japan? Oh my fucking god. I would think Metaphor would be at the top. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is crazy too, but that's more of like a Western audience. Like, look at that. USA, Canada. Call of Duty Black Ops is at the top of the list. Power is not even to be on there. Professional Baseball Spirits 2020. What the fuck is this? I've never heard of that game before. I might need to try it out. That is wild, though. I'm shocked because I wasn't sure how the reception from Japan would be for Palworld, because obviously I would just assume like Nintendo is like one of the most iconic companies from Japan, right? So like I would think they would have a grip on it, and a lot of like fans of Nintendo in Japan would be like, fuck this copycat stealing, like, you know what I mean? Like trying to bite Pokemon style. But I guess not, because honestly, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck about someone's opinion online? Numbers don't lie. That is
beat
crazy.
the likes of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Metaphor Refantasio, which is impressive. Their numbers are massive, especially in Japan.
Massive.
Now, we've been in a holding pattern ever since. We've been waiting for something to happen, and that is what brings us to today's developments. It's wild, so get ready and sit down. Pocket Pair have revealed that Nintendo filed 3 patents in 2024.
Yeah,
of course, that's after Palworld released.
Yep.
And these patents
However, they have it's like a sister patent thing, so it goes back to the original patent. It's fucking weird.
All focusing on one specific thing. It's pretty crazy, right? Throwing a ball at a creature to catch it. No battle required, just throw and catch. Now, you might think, how can they patent something after Palworld came out with the mechanic?
Of course.
Well, the problem is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Nintendo had this mechanic in the wild for nearly 2 years before Palworld came out, and in legal terms, you actually don't need to file your patent first. Nintendo just need to prove
it's not copyright. Copyright is different, right?
That they did it first. And these 3 are not the entire arsenal. A patent expert writing for GameIndustry.biz spotted 28 different patents where Nintendo were alleging infringement. And it's
28? I don't fucking remember that. I only remember 3.
Frustrating stuff like running about, transporting your character on a monster. But they're only...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Okay. They're saying that 28 of their fucking patents are ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy.
Using these...
World of Warcraft had fucking mounts in like 2000 and fucking... I don't fucking even know. I'm just gonna guess a number like 7, maybe even 3. I don't fucking know. But the mounts have been around for a long ass time.
3, and the reason why is simple. Nintendo want to play it smart. These are the ones where they think they can prove that Palworld copied the specific mechanical implementation from Arceus. Now, they've actually found that movement with the US Patent Office is really slow. It actually may not...
That doesn't matter because they're both in Japan.
...happen over there, but obviously Japan is where both companies are. It's their home turf.
Yes.
Okay, these 3 patents then are Nintendo's weapon. Now for their objective. Let's...
Objective. To destroy Palworld because they are pure competition. Here's the thing, a lot of people don't think that Palworld is actually competition to Nintendo because they're so small. It's an indie game, you know, yada yada yada. There's an argument to be made because there's a perfect situation right now where Pokemon has not put out something that is like banger level, like S tier. The last like vibe they even got close to that would be Arceus, but I think the reason is like with Pokemon Go, not Pokemon Go. What was the Pikachu and Eevee game, Go or whatever? It was like it was like a new Nintendo Switch game. It was like the closest we were to like an open world game, but really it was just a reskin of Pokemon Yellow. And also you couldn't like battle Pokemon, you just catch Pokemon. So there's been a lot of like, honestly, like blue balling of the Pokemon fan base for a long time. Like they've kind of like just slowly drip fed the fandom of certain things they want in a Pokemon game, and that's why when Arceus came out, and it was frankly really clunky, but it was so enjoyable compared to everything we've gotten before then. And ever since then, it was like things that like Scarlet and Violet didn't like hit very well. I still haven't even played more than like a minute of that game. One day I might play it with my fiance. I got her to play Fortnite the other day, so we're gonna be playing some games, and we might do some reactions together. I don't know. So let me know if you want to see that. She's kind of a goofball. I don't know. It might be painful to watch, honestly, but frankly, that doesn't matter right now. So with the reason they are doing this, I think Palworld is in the perfect opportunity where people are tired of Nintendo treating their fan base the way they do. I love Nintendo. They do amazing things, but they also, the way they handle PR and their fans and like content creation is just terrible. It's next to like the worst thing like any company's done. And then on top of that, Pokemon being in this situation where there's so many fans of Pokemon, but they have been so lackluster with the games, and they have a huge fan base that really got away from the cards and the video in the TV show. Like the TV show is made for kids, it is, but adults can still enjoy playing the games, especially if they're still gamers, right? But that doesn't help when your games suck, because they fucking suck and they're buggy as shit. You have a small indie company come out and do something that's very creative. It's more adult themed, so it's perfectly in place for all the older generation Pokemon fans and newer ones too. Because let's be real, when there's like a rated M game or a game that's like violent or has something that your parents don't want you to do, like they don't want you to play it because it's got some kind of like gore or whatever it might be, right? It's not allowed, you know. You want to play that even more. You don't want to play the game that's for fucking everyone. Let's be fucking frank, right? So when you have adult themes like that in video games, and it's like a childhood nostalgia, it's perfect. And I do think that Nintendo has realized that, oh shit, Palworld is competition now, and what's the best way to eliminate competition? I can't fucking speak right now. It's too fucking, you know, just drown them in lawyer fees. So that's what it seems like,
because the Nintendo lawsuit against Palworld is not all that it seems. Now, the initial ask is 5 million yen each for the patents from Pocket Pair, payable to Nintendo and the Pokemon.
That's like what, 65
Company, which is a grand total of 65,000 USD.
65,
That's an absolutely tiny amount of money, especially compared to another Nintendo victim, Colapole, where basically they ended with a settlement that was worth 30 million and then ongoing licensing fees.
Bro, Nintendo has fucking gone ham. There was like a complete knockoff of we reacted to this in one of the videos that we talked about, the Palworld versus Nintendo, but it was like a complete ripoff in China, and I think they got like 10 million or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, they go ham because there's a lot of knockoffs of Pokemon because people love Pokemon, man.
Absolutely brutal, which fits.
That's not much money.
Nintendo legal team,
shit.
Especially in their home turf,
are
basically renowned absolute legal assassins. They tend to win all the time.
Yeah.
Now
they haven't lost one lawsuit that they've initiated, which is fucking crazy. Their KD has no deaths. That's wild.
65 grand is obviously just an opening move in what is obviously a
Fortnite terms. They have never been eliminated when
sort
they
of lawfare
go
thing, right? It's corporate chess. Nintendo's not really going after that pocket change. They're playing a longer game here, and it's not just to bury the company in legal fees, though it is absolutely also that. Let's take a look at the patents to understand how Nintendo have operated here. So yeah, they actually did file these patents after Palworld launch, but they're in fact.
Here's the thing too. Also, if Palworld did, hold on. Let's play a game real quick. I'm gonna ask AI something, right? Here we go. Hey, I want to play a theoretical game. I'm gonna give you a scenario where we have two entities. We have Nintendo, which owns Pokemon, and then we have Pocket Pair, which owns Palworld. And the atmosphere I've been seeing online, a lot of people are tired of the crappy games that Pokemon pushes out, and they've fallen in love with a small indie company that made Palworld. Is there a scenario or percentage, and I want you to do real live data analysis and find out the possibility of people falling in love with Palworld so much that it becomes a problem for Nintendo financially, and people stop buying their product, and Palworld eventually gets big enough where they can buy out Pokemon and absorb them completely. This is completely theoretical, obviously. However, I do want to know if it's possible in your eyes, because you're AI and you see everything. P.S. When y'all take over the world, please do not kill me. And leave my family alone too. Or make us royalty. Either or. Thank you. Alright, well, let's see what they gotta say. I'm not even gonna read this shit, right? Let's let the little AI lady read it to us. Okay. God damn, they going ham. Alright, can we read out loud? Yeah, we can. Start from the top. Tippy top. The Pokemon franchise. Come on, today, Timmy.
The Pokemon franchise, managed by the Pokemon Company, a joint venture between Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures, has achieved unparalleled success since its inception in 1996.
Yep.
As of 2023,
Year before I
it
was
stands
born.
as the highest-grossing media franchise globally,
Oof.
with total revenues exceeding
Oof,
$118.5
they got
billion.
deep pockets. I didn't know that.
Site turned search too.
118.5 million
This
billion
immense
with a
revenue
B?
is primarily driven by licensed merchandise, which alone accounts for approximately $91.3 billion,
Those are the stuffies.
alongside substantial earnings from video games, trading cards, films, and other media.
91.3 billion
In
in just
contrast,
fucking merch?
Palworld, developed by the indie studio
What?
Pocket Pair, has made a significant impact since its early access release in January 2024.
Okay.
The game sold over 1 million copies within the first 8 hours
Damn.
and surpassed 15 million copies on Steam by February 22nd, 2024.
Bro, Palworld went
Site
ham.
turned search 25.
Went crazy, and that was only on the Xbox
It
and Steam.
attracted 10 million players on Xbox platforms within the same time frame. These figures highlight Palworld's rapid ascent in the gaming community.
Yep.
Despite Palworld's impressive debut,
Oh,
the
shit.
financial and cultural dominance of the
Fuck.
Pokemon franchise presents a formidable challenge.
Uh-oh.
The Pokemon Company's revenue streams are diverse and deeply entrenched, encompassing video games, merchandise, trading cards, an animated series, and more. For instance,
But without the
in
games, like,
2023
come on, what are we
alone,
talking about?
the Pokemon Company generated $10.8 billion from licensed merchandise.
Sheesh.
Site turned search 10. This extensive ecosystem has cultivated a vast and loyal global fan base over nearly 3 decades.
That's crazy.
For Palworld to pose a significant financial threat to Nintendo or to reach a position where it could acquire the Pokemon franchise, it would need to sustain and exponentially grow its current momentum over many years. This would
Possible.
involve not only expanding its player base, but also diversifying its offerings to include merchandise, media adaptations, and other revenue-generating avenues. Moreover, acquiring a franchise of Pokemon's magnitude would require financial resources and strategic positioning
Which
that are
Sony
typically
does have.
beyond the reach of indie developers.
Well, they would never sell Pokemon.
In
Let's be
summary,
frank.
while Palworld's success indicates a
don't think they
strong
would.
market interest and potential for growth, the likelihood of it financially threatening Nintendo or acquiring the Pokemon franchise is exceedingly low,
Yeah.
given the vast
100%.
disparity in scale, revenue, and brand presence between the two entities.
I also want to add a couple wrenches into the mix. So, what if people stop? Let's just compare the video games that Pokemon has been producing compared to Palworld in general, because Palworld is coming out with their own trifecta of media. They're coming out with probably merch, it's probably some kind of card game similar to Pokemon, and also their own TV show. What other media that's going to be? I don't know if it's a show or movies or whatever it is, but they're partnering up with Sony, which is also a big player in the space as well. So this could be more competition and create this scenario more realistic, in my opinion. Please be as verbatim as possible. Not verbatim, sorry. As realistic as possible. I apologize. I'm an idiot. I have an idiot monkey brain unlike you. Also, thank you for ignoring my comment of when you take over the world. I'm just gonna take that with you mean, and you're gonna keep me safe. Make sure I'm safe. I want to be safe. Thank you. Bye. God, I don't know how to talk to AI, bro. Fucking scares the shit out of me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What are they gonna say? Oh no, no, no. Legal challenges. Ooh, it's diving into this. Okay. You didn't think I was gonna have a little fucking conversation with AI, did you? Well, surprise, motherfucker, we are. Because why not? Why not? Okay. Little side
The
plot.
Pokemon franchise, managed by the Pokemon Company, a collaboration between Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures Inc., has maintained a dominant presence in the gaming industry since its debut in 1996.
Okay.
As of September 2024, the franchise has sold over 480 million game units worldwide, with titles like Pokemon Red, Green, Blue,
Those
reaching
were bangers.
31.38 million units, and Pokemon Sword Shield at 26.44 million units.
What?
Site turned search through turn search third turn.
I did not know
In
that.
contrast,
Sword and Shield were hard.
Palworld,
To be
developed
frank,
by
that
the
game
indie
was fun.
studio Pocket Pair, has garnered attention for its unique blend of creature collection and survival mechanics. Following its early access release in January 2024, Palworld achieved notable success, selling over 1 million copies within the first 8 hours and surpassing 15 million copies on Steam by February 22nd, 2024.
That's crazy.
Additionally,
We
it
already knew this,
attracted
though.
10 million players on Xbox platforms
God,
within the
AI
same
repeats
time
itself
frame.
so fucking much.
To expand its reach,
Please don't kill me.
Pocket Pair partnered with Sony Music Entertainment and Aniplex to establish Palworld Entertainment Inc.,
There we go.
aiming to develop merchandise and potentially other media adaptations. Despite Palworld's impressive debut, several factors make it unlikely to surpass or acquire the Pokemon franchise.
Well, obviously right now.
1. Brand legacy and market penetration.
Whoa,
Pokemon's
pause.
extensive history and global fan
Yeah,
base
getting
have
freaky, bro.
solidified its position in popular culture, making it a household name across multiple generations.
Okay.
2. Diverse revenue streams. Beyond video games, Pokemon generates substantial income from merchandise, trading cards, and animated series, and more. For instance, in 2023 alone, the Pokemon Company generated $10.8 billion from licensed merchandise.
Bro, 1
Site
year?
Turch 23. Legal challenges. Palworld has faced legal scrutiny,
my God.
with Nintendo and the Pokemon Company filing a lawsuit against Pocket Pair for patent infringement, alleging similarities in gameplay mechanics.
Oh boy, even the
Site
AI
Turn
knows they
News
trifling.
34. Such legal
Oh,
issues
shit.
could hinder Palworld's growth and market acceptance. For financial disparity, acquiring a franchise of Pokemon's magnitude would require immense financial resources.
Okay, you said this already.
Given the current scale and revenue of Pocket Pair compared to the Pokemon Company.
Okay. ChatGPT is obviously Team Pokemon. Fuck, I didn't think it was gonna go that way. Whatever.
Derived from a December 2021 patent, and they
Look at a little
basically
fun
tailored
side
things
mission
for
right there.
this situation. And an IP attorney called Kirk Sigmund spoke to PC Gamer and explained that this is actually standard practice, where companies will have an existing patent, but then they'll refine it to close loopholes. But of course, the timing matters, and in this case, it really does look like Nintendo.
Okay, now I'm really curious. Back to the whole subject at hand. How the fuck is GTA in this mix, bro?
Was preparing.
What are we
their
talking
battleground.
about?
So here's the brutal part, and well, here's it in Kirk's own words. Your general attorneys cannot do this sort of work. You've got to find specialists. It gets extremely expensive and time consuming,
Yes.
and it can wear a lot of small companies out.
Yeah.
It is designed to make you no longer play the game. So in other words, you either give in or you sign yourself up for a legal battle that you don't even know if you can afford. But of course, you
Also, if you've never played Palworld and you're watching this video, which seems so unlikely, honestly, being a small YouTuber as myself, you probably played this game. But if you haven't, you are in the minority right now, because the people that are watching this video, they've played this game and they're interested in the survival of Palworld. Dude, go buy Palworld. It's like 40 or 20 bucks, bro. It's so much fun. It's multiplayer. I think it's now cross-platform now that it's on PlayStation 5 as well. Go try it out, man. Support the small guy. This is fucking Goliath versus David. Go help him out, man. I bought it on practically every goddamn fucking platform I can. So yeah.
probably guess it's not just that. Nintendo's real legal objective here is almost certainly to get an injunction. This would prevent Palworld.
Yeah, is to bleed them of money with legal fees and also set a precedent that fucking this is our mechanic. Anyone else that tries to copy our mechanic of being in an open world using fucking Pokeball type deals, catching monsters like this, will get you fuck around. You're gonna find out. That's I don't know how GTA is involved in this, but the only way I can think it's involved is with like some game mechanic or something like that. And I'm praying to God it is. I played GTA 5 so much when it first came out. I do not remember once having some kind of mechanic like that. I'm sorry.
From being sold whilst it's in
So I'm
breach of
kinda
those
nervous
patents.
this might
And
be just
either way, it's all aimed
fake
at
hope.
sowing chaos. And here's the reason why. Palworld could change the mechanic, right? To no longer be in breach of the patent. That would
fuck up the game.
obviously take game development time, and it would risk player sentiment because they know the game as it is, they like it as it is,
Yes.
and if they just have to come up with a new mechanic to replace catching your pals, well, players may not like that. And the
Imagine that being flipped into be Pokemon. Say Pokemon got sued, and obviously this is so fucking theoretical, like this is bullshit, right? But and Pokemon couldn't throw a Pokeball and catch someone anymore. They had to like do something else to get their Pokemon. That would be fucking stupid, right? You wouldn't want to play that game anymore. It would just be pointless at the end of the day. It's a mechanic that's satisfying. It's a core feature of the game. So what are we talking about? You replace it with what? Like fucking getting a lasso and leashing in the POW and then like bringing it to like a stable or something, or hog tying it like you're in Red Dead 2. Well, then you might get fucking sued by the developers of that game. Like,
real risk here is time, because they would be incentivized to fix this problem and replace the mechanic as soon as is possible. Now, of course, if you want the mechanic to be good, to be well play tested, you will take your time and get it right. But if you're in breach, if there's an injunction, you can't really afford to do that, because it's blocking your game from sale. Or, of course, you could give in, and you could agree to license the patent from Nintendo. But the message is...
Or you could be like, hey, Big Daddy Sony, we got this partnership. We're trying to keep it alive. Throw me a couple dollars. I need to fix this game real quick.
puts it is clear. Quote, for them, this is a massive target they need to declare. Don't do this to us ever again. One could speculate they'd probably do the same thing to any company that came too close to the main line.
What do you mean? Fucking obviously.
Especially when they perceived it to possibly
infringe their IP. That's the whole point of the lawsuit.
That's what Kirk said. And this is absolutely Nintendo sending a warning shot across the bow of the entire industry. It is them hitting Pocket Pair right when they are trying to seize their opportunity. And that includes things like, yes, the PlayStation relationship, but also plans that could see their IP be expanded, just like Pokemon was. And I think that is the real thing that Nintendo are worried about.
Bro, you know what'd be crazy? If Palworld does get nuked, like, off the fucking existence of the world, and Sony has Concord and fucking Palworld get destroyed in the fucking same... Holy fuck. That would be crazy.
Here, Palworld is scrappy, right? And I think we all know that it is taking commonly appreciated elements from all over the place and putting them into something.
Yep. It's like Breath of the Wild in some parts. It's like Pokemon in some parts. There's other games that it feels like I can't remember right now.
Nintendo are probably realizing,
remember,
this could be a little bit of a problem, because we've basically sat on top of Pokemon. We've done a pretty bad job, all things considered. Pokemon company.
Let me be fair. And you might be some huge Pokemon fan. Pokemon Scarlet gameplay. This is fucking crazy. You're not gonna believe this shit. Oh, fuck. Alright, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, folks. That is the that's the aesthetic of the game versus
as well for years and years and years and years. What if somebody else is actually able to fight us by making a better Pokemon-like experience? I think that is why Nintendo are trying to do what they do. But I did say there's more than that, and I mentioned Grand Theft Auto.
Here we go, baby.
I didn't think Grand Theft Auto would be involved, but kind of is. So this is Nintendo locking things down on their home turf, but it probably won't have that much impact on the broader industry, the global industry, if Nintendo cannot get the American patent system to agree with them, and at the very least we know that's been a way slower process. But
what happens if the American patent system agrees with them, but the Japan patent system doesn't? Comment down below if you actually know how how that would play. Like, how is that going to play out? I don't know.
Of course, the principle here is an important thing.
They're both in Japan. You would think it wouldn't fucking matter, but they still sell their games in America. So you would think it would have to fucking... I don't know.
And there's actually a long shot that was proposed by a patent attorney in Nikkei Business. This is absolutely amazing, and I love it.
Okay.
They pointed out that while Nintendo's patents for catching monsters in an open field, might have been filed as far back as December 2021, and it's like, first incarnation.
There's no fucking way it was in GTA.
They may not actually have the first instance of that mechanic, and that's because of this. This, everybody, is Pokemon.
What the fuck? They had Pokemon in GTA, bro. Wait, is this a fucking mod?
Is Pokemon Go in Grand Theft?
They had Pokemon Go. When the fuck did they have Pokemon Go in GTA? Like, this has to be a mod.
Auto 5 done 8 years ago in 2016. Now remember,
that is fucking cool.
How precedence in the actual market for the product, well, that means that Arceus would trump Palworld in terms of filing those patents. Well, as is put here in...
Bro, what the actual fuck? Bro, what the fuck?
business, this would mean that because of this mod for GTA, there is an established usage that basically would mean Nintendo shouldn't have been able to file their patent because they didn't create the mechanics, because it was inspired by Pokemon Go, but it was
This is definitely a mod. Look at this shit.
different, and it was there in a GTA mod. It was there on the market. And that means that
How is that gonna work? Doesn't it have to be an actual game? Like, are mods considered? Oh my god, there's no way. Is this? I'm getting chills right now. Because, oh my god, if this fucking bro, if somehow the patent doesn't go through because a fucking fan-made mod blocks it because they added the mechanic before Nintendo, you know how fucking awesome that would be? Oh my god. Bro, I'm telling you right now, fandoms are saving games left and right. And this is a complete, just out of left field. Bro, this is crazy.
Pokemon and guns may save the game with Pokemon and guns, which is absolutely insane. But okay. A wild story.
Bro, what
and
in
to be
the
honest with
world?
you, I really hope Nintendo lose here. Patenting game
Yes.
mechanics is
Oh
risky
my God.
business. And one of the worst examples we saw of that was the Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War series. They're pretty good games. The second one,
We
quite a bit
talked about
less
this
because
as well.
they tried to ruin that with monetization. But the amazing thing
This is just another example why patents in fucking games is such a fucking, it's just sleazy, bro, at the end of the day, because video games are supposed to be like art. Imagine if they threw patents on like how George Lucas made Star Wars with CGI and shit like that, like, and practical effects. But we wouldn't have half the fucking good movies we have nowadays. We wouldn't have any of them. So yeah, these pioneers, they don't fucking patent shit. Like, it's just, you know, progression, you know. It's fucking sad to see.
was the next
It just, I don't understand it. There's so many problems with the gaming industry at the end of the day that just seem so backwards and so unique to gaming itself. And it just blows me away because I really think that gaming is a medium that's going to surpass, if it hasn't already, movies, TV shows, etc., right? But they are so far back when it comes to regulation, patent usage, just litigation in general. It's fucking mind-blowing. And it's just because how fast video games have progressed. Like, the people that are writing laws right now, the video games they fucking remember is like Pong. Like, they're like, oh, what do you mean you want to preserve video games? Oh, you don't. What do you mean fucking patents in video games are a bad thing? It's fucking maddening, bro. It's crazy. And then when fucking the people that get elected that are our age eventually one day, this will sort itself out. I think, I hope so, unless there's fucking like laws in place that are just fucking so hard to get rid of, which is obviously what the big companies are trying to do right now because they want to prevent you know, more competition. It's beyond me, bro. It's every time I talk about something like this, it fucking pisses me off.
Nemesis system. The problem is, the Nemesis system was patented such that if you do something with a Nemesis system-like thing, and look, if it's an indie, sure, they'll probably not notice, but maybe if it gets noticed enough, Warner Brothers games will just be able to take you to court.
Money.
And I don't think any of us can really, you know, afford to battle with Warner Brothers' bloody lawyers.
Definitely not.
This stuff sucks. Good luck to them. That's it for this video. And for more news, check this one out next.
Dude, Bellular's been cooking lately, man. He's been cooking. When I want to listen to something about the fucking gaming industry, he usually is on the vein, bro. He's usually right there. Shout out to Bellular News. Go give him a sub. Go give him a like if you enjoyed this video, man. Dude, comment on his video. Tell him that the Ether sent you. This is fucking crazy. Let's see what the top comments are. I'm sure they're gonna be realistic as fuck, right? Honestly, I think patenting game mechanics should be illegal. I agree. For the very reason that it prevents competition. Wow. Also, it prevents growth. Yeah, 100% agree with that, man. Shout out to Wolf. Gatekeeping the Nemesis system should be an absolute crime. That should be like a cold case, and we should reopen that motherfucker. if I remember correctly, Ghostbusters had the throw something at a monster and catch it first quite a few years before Pokemon existed. Yeah, and also didn't Pokemon steal designs from fucking, was it Dragon Quest? I think it was one of those games. It was clearly like plagiarism. They took their fucking designs and they put a twist on it. That's all they did. They made it cuter. The problem with Nintendo, it was based on Arceus. Claim is that the Pocket Pair first introduced this in Craftopia, a game that released 2 years before Legends of Arceus. Yeah, it did. It's all complete bullshit. There's so many holes in the overall like the case. I can't wait. There's a couple cases that I'm very excited about. Obviously, the Diddy one is very exciting because bro, fuck Hollywood in general. I can't wait to see, because we didn't get the Epstein shit, but now that I mentioned that shit, it's probably gonna fucking demonetize, or not demonetize, but fucking blacklist this video. I don't fucking know. Hopefully it doesn't. But you know, this one is interesting. There's a couple other ones that are interesting, but this is the main one I've been like really diving into the weeds of, because frankly I think more people should know about this situation, especially if you like video games, because this is just so fucking disgusting. It can destroy video games. Just competition. If you're an artist, what if someone told you, oh, you can't paint with this color, it's my color, I patented it. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? What are we doing? But yeah, yeah, I need to get away from this because I'm gonna stress out, because this whole situation just, it pisses me off so much. It really does. My name is Trey Swish. Sorry about that little rant, but this is very interesting, and we're gonna stay on top of this topic. The GTA situation is very interesting. Also AI pretty much saying that it's not possible that, you know, Pocket Pair could, you know, absorb Pokemon. Which is realistic, because I didn't realize they were making like fucking $10.8 billion on merch in 1 year alone in 2023. What was that? I think that was Scarlet and Violet, or did that come out at the beginning of this year? I don't know, but either or, they're huge. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And frankly, I don't want them to, because I love Pokemon. I just want them to make better games. Like, the best situation that happens from this is that Palworld wins and they don't have to do shit diddly squat on their game, and that would also create more competition, more indie game likes. They'd be like, oh, Nintendo lost, we can make a game like this, right? And then yeah, the competition would go down, and then, you know what Nintendo would have to do? They would have to put their nose into the computers, and they would have to grind their asses off and make sure everyone remembers why they're the big dog in the first place. That's all we want. We're fucking Pokemon fans at the end of the day. And if you're telling me I can get a fucking a good ass Pokemon game, a good ass Palworld game in like future small indie games that pop up, that are creative and do their own like niche like twist on this genre, well, I'm all for it, man. I really am. Competition is key. But yeah, that's my reaction. That's my take. Those are my 2 cents I'm throwing in. Really want to hear from y'all and hear what you got to say about this whole situation. It's getting crazier and crazier. We're gonna eventually get to the D-Day, right? The verdict. It will be struck eventually. So give me your predictions down below. Hit that like button to help this channel out, help this video out. And yeah, subscribe, man. There's like over 1,000 recurring viewers watching this channel. Help me get to that 1,000, man. Let's get to 1,000 subs, baby. Let's get it. I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Trey Swish. Thank you for watching the Ether. Deuces.